Hi guys! If you always lose your remote control in your bed, or your iPad or e-reader is always laying around your house, then this crocheted organizer for your bed or sofa is a must-have for you. The organizer offers a safe place for all your important items within reach. It keeps your space organized and tidy. By sliding the bag under the sofa cushions or your mattress, you always have your belongings close by. If this is your first time watching, it would help me if you subscribe to the channel. If you're already subscribed, great to have you back. I really appreciate you all. Let's get started. For this organizer, you need some number 3 yarn. I use 100% acrylic yarn. 100 grams is 241 meters, about. I use 2 colors, a light gray and a dark gray. I used 1.5 balls of the dark gray and 1 of the light gray. I also used a 4mm crochet hook, and optional you could use some stitch markers. We need some scissors and a tapestry needle. So grab your stuff and let's begin. To start, we make a big rectangle for the length of 50 centimeters or 20 inches, and the width is 25 centimeters or 10 inches. To start this rectangle, you make a foundation single crochet with 88 stitches. If you don't want to start with a foundation single crochet, you can start with a chain, then chain 89, skip the first chain and make a row of single crochets on top. So you have 88 single crochets, and then you have the same start as when you start with a foundation single crochet. I like to start with a foundation single crochet because it gives a nice stretchy result, stretchy start. So let's begin. Make a slip knot on your hook. And then make a foundation single crochet by chaining 2. Then insert your hook in the first chain you've made, just beside the knot. Then yarn over, pull up a loop. You have 2 loops on your hook. Then yarn over and go through 1 loop. Hold this loop between your fingers. If you want to learn how to make the foundation stitches, you can click on the link in the corner or in the link in the description box. So this is your chain, and now you can finish your single crochet. Insert in the chain, yarn over, pull up a loop. 2 loops on your hook. Yarn over, pull through 1, so this is your new chain. Yarn over, pull through 2. Turn your work, insert under the 2 loops of the chain. And if you think it is easier to put in a stitch marker so you can find your chain easier, then you can do that as well. Yarn over, pull up a loop, 2 loops on your hook. Yarn over, pull through 1, make your new chain. So put in a stitch marker in this chain so you can find it for the next stitch, and finish your single crochet. So you make a chain and a single crochet in 1. But you don't have to do that. You can make a chain and a row of single crochets on top. So make a chain of 88 stitches. And then this part is very easy. So let's say this is 88 stitches. When you have 88, then chain 1 and turn your work, and then insert in the first stitch. So your first stitch, insert through the whole stitch, so the V on top, then yarn over, pull up a loop, and pull through 2 to make your first single crochet. And make a single crochet in every stitch across. And if you think it's easy to mark your first and your last stitch so you know where the end of your row is, then you can do that. Here is my last one. Single crochet, then chain 1, turn your work, and work single crochets back. That's all there is to make the first piece of the bedside organizer. So make rows of single crochets, and at the end of every row chain 1, turn your work, and work your row back. Repeat making single crochets until your work is the width of 25 centimeters or 10 inches, and then I'll meet you back. I finished my rectangle. It is 25 or 10 inches wide and 50 centimeters or 20 inches in length. You can block your work so you have a straight rectangle, but you can skip that part if you don't want to. That's totally up to you. Okay, so we've worked rows back and forth this way, and now we work a row of single crochets along the side. So at the end of the row, chain 1, and then rotate your work so it is like this. And then we make single crochets along the side. You can make 1 in every row. If you see that is too much because your work isn't straight, then you need to make less single crochet. So you need to eyeball if you need more or less single crochets along the side. So we chain 1 and then insert and make a single crochet. Should just watch and see how your work lays. I eyeball it. I don't count my stitches. I just see how it lays and then work from there. Try to get 2 loops on your hook every time you insert your hook, so the finish is nice. So work your way to the other side. If you are at this side, then you can bind off, and then we start the front. So work your way of single crochets and end in this corner, and then you can bind off and weave in this end. After that, I'll meet you back and show you how to make the front flap. For the front part of the bedside organizer, we make a mosaic crochet pattern. You can print this out. It is in the pattern on the blog. Link is in the description box down below. Or you can work it right from the screen. That is what you prefer. You need 2 colors. We need a base color, that is color A. For me, that is this light gray. And you need a contrasting color, color B. That is the dark gray that we used for the rest of the organizer. We work this in rows. So we start at the right and work to the left. There we cut our yarn, and then we start on the right again with a new row. You see here are the row numbers, and here are which color you need to use in which row. It is multiple of 24, so we need 2 times 24 to get the width of 25 centimeters or 10 inches. We need 48 stitches plus 2, so 50 stitches for the width of your organizer. I make mine in the foundation single crochet, but you can, again, you can make a single crochet row on top of a chain and work up your start like that. Both are absolutely fine, so pick the method you prefer. So I have my 50 stitches here. chain 1, bind off, cut your yarn, bind off, and then we start on this side again. So to start row 1, we make a slip knot, and then pick up your foundation chain, and then you see all empty boxes in this first row, and an empty box means a single crochet in the back loop only. So every box is 1 stitch, so we make a single crochet in the back loop only for the whole row. We need to make this twice, so we start here, work up our way all the way to there, and then start here again and work up to there. We have 2 stitches extra. There's a beginning stitch and an end stitch. You work that one at the beginning and here at the end. So for the beginning stitch you can use the whole stitch or you can use the back loop only, that is totally fine. Insert your hook, grab your slip knot, pull through, chain 1 to secure your yarn. And now we can start row 1. The first one is our starting stitch, so you can use the whole stitch for that one, then your work is a little bit stronger. Single crochet. Okay. The next stitches are all single crochets in the back loop only. So you see here the front loop and the back loop, so 2 loops. Normally you pick up 2 loops on your hook. For this we need only the back loop, so pick up the back loop like this, and then a single crochet, front loop, back loop, insert in the back loop only, single crochet, front loop, back loop, insert in the back loop only, and single crochet. Repeat this all the way to the end. And when you are at the end, then cut your yarn, bind off, and then I'll show you how to make row 2. I'm at the end of row 1. You can cut your yarn, chain 1 and pull through and pull tight. And this needs to be about 25 centimeters, a little bit more than 25 centimeters. And then you're fine. For the next row, you see we need color B for this row. Okay, we start with a slip knot. Our first stitch is just a normal single crochet, so we use that to attach our yarn. This, grab and pull through, chain 1, single crochet in the first stitch, just a normal single crochet or a single crochet in the back loop only. This is your starting stitch, and then we start our pattern. So now we start 7 single crochets in the back loop only, because we have 7 empty boxes here. So front loop, back loop, pick up the back loop, you can work over your tail if you like, and then make a single crochet. That's 1, front loop, back loop, pick up the back loop, single crochet. That's 2. We need 7 in the back loop only. 3, 4, 5, 6, and the last one, 7. Then we see a box with an X, and a box with an X is a double crochet in the front loop 1 row below. So you see here your next stitch, and instead of working in this stitch, you go down to the front loop of the row below. This is the loop we work a double crochet. So yarn over, skip the stitch, go down and grab the front loop like this, bottom to top. Then yarn over, pull up a loop, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2 to finish your double crochet. So that was this stitch. Then we need 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 single crochets in the back loop only again. So we make a double crochet here. So the stitch behind that double crochet, we skip that one, and then we make 7 in the next 7 single crochet. So back loop only, single crochet. That's 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. And then you see a box with an X again, and a box with an X is a double crochet in the front loop or 1 row below. So we yarn over. This is the next stitch, and we don't work this stitch, but we go down and grab bottom to top the front loop of the row below like this. Yarn over, pull up a loop, pull through 2 and pull through 2 to finish your stitch. Then we have 7 empty boxes again, so 7 single crochets in the back loop only. The stitch behind the double crochet, we skip that one, so we start in the next one. In the back loop, single crochet, and back loop, single crochet, 7 times. So this is 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. The last stitch is a double crochet in the front loop 1 row below. So yarn over, find your next stitch, go down, pick up the front loop, bottom to top, and make a double crochet. This is the first of the repeat, but we have some more stitches, so we end it here, start over here. So we see 7 single crochets in the back loop only again. So skip the stitch behind the double crochet, and in the next 7 make a single crochet in the back loop only. Like this, and then we have a box with an X again. So yarn over, find your next stitch, go down, pick up the front loop below, and make a double crochet. And if you enjoy making mosaic crochet patterns, I have a couple more. I link them in the description box and in the corner, so you can make some more if you like. So that was this stage. Now we repeat until the end, and we finish with a normal single crochet to finish our last stitch. So repeat this row, working 7 single crochets in the back loop only, and 1 drop down double crochet. And then I'll meet you back. I'm at the end of row 2. I chain 1, cut the yarn, and pull through. Pull tight, and your row 2 is done as well. For row 3, you see we need color A again, so make a slip knot with color A to start. The first stitch is just a normal single crochet, or you can work it in the back loop as well. That is totally fine. Just see what you prefer. So pick up your loop, chain 1 to secure your yarn, and then single crochet in the first stitch to start. Okay, and now we see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 empty boxes. So in the next 6 stitches we make a single crochet in the back loop only. I guess this was 6, yes. The next one is a box with an X, so that is a drop down double crochet. So a double crochet in the front loop 1 row below. So yarn over, here you see the next stitch. So go down, and then you see here the front loop of the row below. So pick up that front loop bottom to top and make a single crochet like this. Then we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 single crochets again. So the stitch behind the double crochet doesn't, we skip that one, so we need 7 in the next 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. It is an easy pattern, so you can do it even if you are a beginner, I'm sure. The next is a double crochet in the row below. So yarn over, this is your next stitch, go down, and here you find your loop 1 row below, and then make a double crochet. Then 7 single crochets again. Behind the double crochet we don't work that stitch, we skip that one, and then 7 in the next 7. 2, 3, don't forget to use the back loops, 4, 5, 6, and 7, and then we have a drop down double crochet again. Yarn over, next stitch, go down, and here you see the front loop we need, and then make a double crochet. We see here 1 empty box again, but we are not done yet, so we go this way, and we have here 6 more, so a total of 7 again in the back loops only. Six and 7. One more time, a drop down double crochet. So next stitch, go down, find your front loop from the row below, pick it up, and make a double crochet. Okay, that's all there is. Keep working. Keep in mind you make your first and your last always a single crochet, because that are extra stitches, and the rest just work up this pattern. And when you are done with row 9, then start with row 2 again. Row 1 is just the base row. So done with row 9, go to row 2, and then work your way up again. Repeat this until your work is 12 centimeters or about 5 inches. A little less than 5 inches. So 12 centimeters or a little less than 5 inches, and then you are done with the front. So keep working, and then I'll meet you back when this is 12 by 25. Okay, when you finished the big rectangle and the mosaic front, then you place the pieces on top of each other. First you fold the big rectangle until you have a piece of 16 centimeters. So about 6.2 inches. And then place your mosaic front on top. Put it together with stitch markers, so you have attached it with stitch markers, and decide where you want your divider. I want it at 4 inches or 10 centimeters at this side, so the other half is about 16 centimeters or about 6.2 inches. First we close the middle part, so we make the part where we divide both parts, and then we close the sides, and then your piece is all done. So to close this part, you take a piece of yarn that is about 4 times the length you want to sew. So 4 times that length. Get a scissor and cut that yarn. Then insert in a tapestry needle. We are attaching our yarn at the bottom of our piece. We do that by inserting through the 2 parts of the bottom, pull through, leave out a short tail and make a knot here. Use the same color as you used for the big rectangle, so the knot will be invisible at the end. So tie a double knot, and then you are good to go. We don't want to see a stripe straight across. That is an option. If you don't mind that, you can go through the whole fabric, but if you don't want that, then you do like me. So take out your stitch markers at the side, so you can flip over the front part. Don't put them in at the beginning, but I did that because I didn't think. Okay, then this tail end, you are weaving this in later. And now fold your work like this. And you can turn it. And then you can take out this stitch marker as well, because it's a little bit difficult when this is in your way. Then you see here a line across your work. We use that line to make a straight line. Okay. So pull your needle from front to back through the 2 side fabric pieces and go up next to that like this, and then you pick up 1 or 2 loops on the mosaic fabric at the back like this, then go straight down through the fabric, through both layers, and pull through, and move up a little bit, and then come back up. Then pick up 2 loops of the mosaic layer, pull through, and go down through both layers. And then you can turn your work and pull through between, like this. So repeat this all the way across until you are at the top, and you see you won't see that line on the front. That is exactly what we want. But if you don't mind that, you can poke through all the way to the top and then go down, and we attach like that. I don't like that, so I use this method. So one more time, top to bottom, and then follow the line, bottom to top, and pick up 2 loops. Like this. Repeat this all the way to the top, and then you can bind off, cut your yarn and weave in your ends, and then I'll meet you back to show you how to close the rest of the organizer. When the dividing part is done and you cut your yarn, bind off and weave in your ends, then it is start to do the final step, and that is working around the sides and the bottom to finish your piece. To do so, you can choose to work all the way around the whole piece, so you have a row of single crochets all the way around, or you can only make it around the side and the bottom of the actual divider or the actual organizer. So I want to work it all the way around, but I'm going to show you how to close the sides and the bottom, and then you can choose to work your way around, or you can leave it just at the bottom. So turn your work, attach the 3 parts together with stitch markers so it is easier to keep it in place. Grab your yarn, make a slip knot, and then at the top insert your hook through the stitch. Pick up the first stitch first, then slide on your slip knot, pull through, chain 1, pull tight. Your yarn is secured now, and now we can start. So insert under the first stitch again, and then we pick up the stitch behind this one. Like this, and then we make a single crochet. So yarn over, pull through, yarn over, pull through, both loops on your hook. You can work over your tails, so you weave them in at the same time, like this. I take out my first stitch marker, then find your next stitch. This one is also without the mosaic front. So find your first next stitch, pick up 2 loops of that stitch, and insert in the stitch behind. Then you can place your tails over it so you can work over them. Yarn over, pull up a loop, yarn over, pull through 2. Now we start attaching the front to the rest. So find a place to insert your hook at the top corner. here, and then find your next stitch here and your next stitch here. So you have 3 layers on your hook. You can place your tails over it, and then you can pull through one by one. So yarn over, pull through this one, pull through that one, and pull through the last one. So you know you did that right. Then you can pull it tight a little bit, and then yarn over, pull through 2 to finish your stitch. Then go to the next, to the next, and to the next. So you have 3 stitches on your hook. Yarn over, pull through all 3 layers. And then place your tails and yarn over, pull through 2. So this is your repeat for the whole round. So start by picking up 2 loops of the mosaic layer and then pick up stitches behind. So you have always 3 stitches on your hook, and then make a single crochet. Then work your way to the corner. It can happen that you have more stitches on the front than you have on the back, or you need to divide your stitches on the front part a little bit better so you can come out with your stitches. You can troubleshoot by picking up a stitch at the front, in the middle and the back, and if you, for example, you have more stitches or less stitches on the last layer, then you can use 1 stitch again. So pick up from this, from that, and pick up a worked stitch at the back. If that is the case in the middle one, then you pick up a worked stitch in the middle one, and so you can make sure you come out at the end. In the corner you make 3 single crochet to work your way around the corner, and then when you are at the corner I show you how to work your way around the corner and how you attach this to the bottom of your organizer. So work your way along the side, and when you are at the corner, then I'll meet you back and show you how to move on. I am at the corner, and in this corner I made 1 stitch already, and we need 2 more to work around the corner. So we have 3 in total in the same stitch and through the bottom, and that's 3. Now we turn our work, and now we work along the bottom. You insert in the first stitch on the 2 loops like this, and then insert straight through the bottom. And then single crochet. Like this, and then insert in the next stitch. Find the spot, insert through the bottom, single crochet. Go to the next stitch, through the bottom, single crochet. So that is what you need to do. Work your way all the way across, and then in this corner make 3 single crochet again, and then work your way along this side, and then 1 single crochet in every stitch along the side. That is an option. If you want to do that, then please do so. 1 single crochet along the top, and 1 single crochet around along this side, and make 3 single crochet in the corner here as well. Then cut your yarn, bind off, weave in your ends, and then your piece is all done. And it looks like this. If you like this tutorial, please give me a thumbs up. If you liked what you see and you want to subscribe, please do so by clicking the red subscribe button. That makes me very happy. If you made one for yourself, love to see your work at Tulips Crochet on Instagram. If you have a question or a request for next tutorial, let me know in the comments down below. Hope to see you next time. Bye!